We'll start. Good morning. Good morning to all, and welcome to this session on the product demo of Algomojo platform. My name is Lokesh. I am from Algomojo team. Kindly use the Q&A box if you have any queries. I'll try and answer them as we go along. This session is getting recorded. You'll have access to go through the same anytime you want. Yeah. Thanks once again. We'll start. Yeah, the agenda for today is we'll start with a small introduction to Algomojo platform and the features it offers. Then let's look at how do we integrate with some of the strategies in TradingView for automation. If anybody is interested, we can try and look at how do we do it with Amibroker also. A small brief about Algomojo support. And if you have any queries, we can answer them. Don't wait till the end of the session. If you have any queries, kindly raise them using the Q&A box. I'll try and answer those. In case if you're looking at any specific things to be seen in our platform or in TradingView or in Amibroker, kindly let me know. I'll try and use that to show the demo today. Algomojo is a web-based strategy execution platform. We don't have any app or any other tools. It is a web-based platform. You can use any of the web browsers available. It could be Chrome, it could be Firefox, it could be Safari, any of those for executing and trading purpose as such. It is designed for traders to automate their strategy signals that are generated using various charting tools. It could be TradingView, it could be charting, those kind of tools. We have integrated currently with some of the most popular tools that are available for traders like TradingView, Amibroker, MT4, Charting, NinjaTrader, Google Sheet, Chrome extensions are also available. Excel and Python are also available. Python for people who are familiar with Python coding, there's an extensive library available. You can refer to that library and execute the codes that you would like to use for trading purpose. We provide common API connectivity to multiple brokers. We provide execution modules that are required. We provide some sample codes that are compatible with various charting platforms. Our aim is to make algo trading experience as simple to use and as user friendly, and also efficient in terms of usage of the usage and placement of orders. Some of the key features of Algomojo would include you can customize what is that you want to trade. This can be a one-time activity based on your requirement. You need to define what is that you want to trade in Algomojo platform. Then these could include things like whether you want to trade in equity, whether you want to trade in futures, or you want to trade in options, whether you want to have a specific strike price that you would like to trade in a particular day, or you want the strike price to be dynamic in nature. So whatever the spot price, whenever the signals are generated in your charting tool, this based on the spot price, the strike price will be automatically selected in case if you have taken ATM or OTM or ITM as the strike price that you would like to execute the order. Based on the spot that is currently running, the platform will pick up the strike price that you've chosen in a platform to place the orders. You have flexibility to choose up to 20 strike price in the money and 20 strike prices out of the money. Or if you have a specific strike price, you can give that also. Then there are various option types which are available. Most of them are most of the traders that we have seen are either they are into buying of options or even selling of options. Our platform supports both of them. And if you'd like to hedge your trades by either buying options or selling options, you could do that also. These are facilities that are provided in our platform. In case if you're placing orders which are more than the freeze quantity set by the exchange, the platform will take care of splitting the orders for you, splitting the total quantity that you need to trade. You need not have to worry about placing multiple orders to execute the entire quantity. We will take care of it. The platform will take care of it and split the orders based on the quantity that you define. For risk management purpose, currently we have target and stop loss, which can be set either in terms of points or percentage. Suppose you're a futures trader and you say that, okay, after taking an entry, you have a target of say 100 points and a stop loss of say 20 points or 30 points. You can set it as a one-time setup, and the system will take care of the take care of the orders when the targets are met or stop loss is hit. Uh, or you can set in terms of percentage also, percentage of either the futures or percentage of the option premium also. Suppose you've taken a position for option premium of say 100 rupees and you set the target as 10% for and stop loss as 5%. Then as soon as say the premium reaches 110 points or say 95 points, the position will be executed or it will be closed for you. Currently, it is only fixed target and stop loss. We don't have trailing stop loss kind of facility. It is still under development. And you can set only one target. There are no provisions for multiple targets as of now. So these are areas which we are still working on. As we go along, these facilities will be available. I'm not able to put a timeline on that. It could be another 3 to 6 months time, depending on how we progress in terms of development. Also, you can set the time in which during which you want to trade. Now, we have seen a lot of people, a lot of traders who like to trade only the morning volatility. Say after 10:30, 11, they don't want to take any trades. So you can set the end time in our platform saying that, okay, after 10:30, don't execute or don't honor any signals that would come from my charting tool. So we will take care of that. So any signal coming after the end time that you have set, the orders will not be executed. And similarly, if you want to say start trading after the volatility is over, say you want to start only after 11 o'clock or 11:30 kind of thing, you can set the start time as say 10:30 or 11 o'clock. So the platform will receive the signals and execute them only after this set time is achieved or it started. Otherwise, by default, it is set at 9:15. Any signals coming into our platform from your charting tool, we will start executing from 9:15 onwards. Default end time is not set, so it will go on till the end of the market. These are customizable time frame fields. You can set specific time for start and end time or square off, intraday square off or expiry square off kind of situations. So you have that flexibility. You can set the time as per your requirement. It is not fixed. It is pretty customizable. You can keep changing that depending on the situation, market conditions as such. If the volatility is less and you like to trade throughout the day, you can start from 9:15, go until 3:15. If the volatility is high and you like to wait for the market to stabilize during the course of the day, you can set the timings as per that also. So we'll leave that setting in your hands as such. Some of the features continue. The rollover facilities available for weekly rollovers or monthly rollovers of the positions. Uh, Suppose you have a portion which is running, say, a weekly Bank Nifty weekly expiry. On the expiry day, it will close the existing portion and take the new portion for the next expiry or whatever expiry that you have set. So we will look at all these facilities, how to use them as we get into the product demonstration as such. I'm just highlighting what are the features which are available. As we go along, we'll look at how to do these things in the platform itself. Now, for all traders or all people who would like to use our platform, we provide paper trade facility currently limited to three as such, and there's no limitation in terms of live trades. There are platforms which put in a criteria for live trades also. We don't have any limitations for live trades. Paper trade, the purpose of providing a paper trade is to check whether the entire process is running as per your requirement. It is not meant as a back testing tool as such, I would say. It is to check whether whenever the signals are getting generated, is it getting executed in the platform? Is it taking the right strike prices that you have defined, right quantity that you have defined? Is the expiry happening as per your requirement, or the square offs happening as per your requirement? And stop loss are getting hit as per your requirement. To set those kind of parameters and check whether it is running as per your requirement, the paper trade facility is provided. Kindly make use of the paper trade for when you start using the platform. Don't get into live trade from the beginning itself. Kindly test it out using the paper trade. And once you feel that, okay, it is meeting or the platform is executing the orders as per your requirement, only then shift over to the live trade. It's a serious recommendation. Kindly take care of that. We have seen a lot of people who would get into live trade and suddenly realize that it is not going through properly, and then end up losing money. We don't want people to lose money. We want people to ensure that the platform is meeting the requirement, and only after that you're sure that the platform is meeting the requirement, you can get into live trades as such. There are certain rules that we have set, which is the most important part in terms of for strategy executions as such. These rules are set based on the studies that we have done of various strategies which people use, various requirements which the traders have. Based on that, we have defined these rules. It is very, very important that you look at the correct rule which is required as per your strategy that you would be running either in TradingView or charting or any platform, any of these charting platforms. In case if there's a mismatch in the rule that you select, then the trades might not go as per your requirement as such. That's the only reason. It is very important that you select the rule after looking at how your strategy is sending the signals. Now we have seen strategies like, for example, a super trend kind of strategy, which is always in trade, which is either long or short. Then there's a particular kind of rule to be used. We have seen strategies which will take a long position and say once a target is met, it will close the target and wait for some time for the new signal to come. It could be again a buy or a sell signal. So those kind of strategies are available. For that, you will need to use a rule called long plus short, buy sell, or buy sell short cover in case if you are using Amibroker. And we have seen people who use or who take only long trades. They don't look at any short trades. So you can define in the platform to take only the long trades. So any short trades that will come in will not be executed. The vice versa of that is only short only kind of rules, which will execute only the short signals that would come from your charting platforms. So it's pretty important to understand these rules. Kindly go through the documentation if before implementing it. In case if you have any doubts, get in touch with us, email us, call us, chat with us, and be sure what is the rule that needs to be used, which is critical for the efficient running of this strategy and the platform for your requirement. So, any queries that you would have, kindly post it in Q&A box using the Q&A box, please. Then if you're an option trader and you would like to take multiple legs of say option trades like your butterfly or straddle or strangle, so you can create each of these legs separately and then group them together based on a single signal. All the legs that you would define would be executed based on a single signal as such. Yes. Now, in case if you would like to look at any of these things, kindly let me know. We will try and do that also during the demo. There's a query. Yeah, for a super trend is normally a strategy which is either always long or always short. It is, sorry, it is either long or short. So there is a rule called stop and reversal that needs to be used. So what happens is if there's a long trigger, it will take a long position, either in terms of futures or in terms of options, CE. And when the reversal comes in terms of short, it will close the long position and take the reverse position. So if it is a futures, it'll close the long position and take the short position. Or if it's an option, then it will close the CE and take the PE when the long turns into short as such. So for strategies like super trend, the rule to be used is the stop and reversal. So hope that clarifies. Uh, in case if there is any doubt, any more information required, kindly use the Q&A box. Let me try and answer them and show it to you also. Then you can, there's a facility for getting notifications on Telegram app. So we have an Algomojo bot as the Telegram channel available. Using that, you can configure to get signals, notifications whenever the signals are generated. Yeah, as I was mentioning earlier, the TSL and multiple targets are not yet available. It is only fixed target and stop loss as of now. We are working on these requirements, not yet launched. It will be available going forward. Then there's a facility to create a watch list for multiple symbols that people use to trade. Say, for example, in say when they're using charting kind of screeners, which would go through multiple stocks and generate signals for multiple stocks as such. Um, then there's a very simple method of creating a watch list and uploading it to your strategy in Algomojo. So it's a simple process. You can do it on your own. All you have to do is define the chart symbol that is being sent by say charting or trading view, and the trading symbol that you want to be executed and the quantity that you want to execute. These are the variables which are there, which you need to update. And you can keep changing them, keep updating your watch list any number of times during the day or end of the day, any point in time. So based on whatever chart, the watch list that you have created and signals are coming for those kind of symbols which are there in the watch list, and based on the quantity that you would have defined, the orders will get executed. Yes. We will go through that also start when we have a look at the platform. Yeah, there are reports which are available, currently limited to downloading it on a daily basis. Historical reports are not available yet. So every day you need to take a download of all the signals. You can take the download of all the signals that are received, all the orders that got placed, all the orders that got closed, positions which are open, positions which are closed, all those can be downloaded. Yeah. If you are using Amibroker and if you have a trailing stop loss kind of uh, facility built in your program itself, then there's absolutely no problem. It will get executed. So for strategies which have got stop loss and targets, then we recommend to use a rule called buy plus long plus short, buy sell short cover if it is Ami broker. If it is trading view, you need to use long plus short, buy and sell, because trading view doesn't generate normally doesn't generate short and cover. Short and cover are facilities which are available in Amibroker. So if your strategy has got target and stop loss in Amibroker AFL, kindly use the fourth rule, that is the long plus short, buy, sell, short, cover. It will work perfectly fine. Hope that answers your query. Yeah, the segments that are currently available for in our platform are equities and futures and options, and it could be dynamic options also. And in futures and options, you have the indices futures, which is the NSE index and stocks you can trade. Stock futures and index futures you can trade. BSE index and stocks you can trade. Commodities futures you can trade. Static options are possible for Nifty, Bank Nifty, Fin Nifty, and Sensex, Sensex options as such. Uh, in terms of dynamic options, it is for Nifty, Bank Nifty, Fin Nifty, and Sensex. Currently, we have integrated with close to about 27, 28 brokers. It's an ongoing process. We keep uploading, or we keep working with brokers, and as and when the integration is done, um, it those brokers will be announced in our platform or available in our platform for people to start using it. Yeah, some of the integrated brokers are Allies Blue, Angel. Major brokers integration is already done. These are the brokers, including Zerodha's to Upstock to Asta to Kotak, IIFL, Motilal, Dun. All the major brokers have been integrated, and work is in progress to integrate more brokers. We'll keep updating this list. So we are not into cryptos as of now. Not in the near future. Maybe we're not even started working on it. It is not the priority as of now for us. Yes. Yeah, the details of the strategy rules is made available. I'll show you where to have a look at it, and we'll go through a slide also, or it is available in our website also. You can have a look at it, go through that, how each rule works, and whenever you select a rule in the platform itself, you get a brief description as to what it does. So you'll get a fair idea. In case if you still need more clarity, kindly get in touch with us either on a call or in a WhatsApp or an email or a ticket. We can always get in touch with you and provide more clarity for you. See, ICICI Direct, we had done an integration, but in the recent few days or last month, so to say, in sometime in October, they have stopped the API services. Not very sure what is the reason. As you are, as everybody is aware, there's a huge debate going on in terms of the algos and what new rules could come up by the by SEBI or the exchanges. So we will need to wait. So ICICI direct, we had done the integration, but it had to be withdrawn because they said they will not support API as such. Yeah, we have seen people who use on the same machine multiple brokers and multiple customers. Of course, for each broker and for each customer, you will need to have a separate browser. Because if you use the same browser, it'll be sort of logged to that broker and the client as such. So for one client, you can use say Safari. One client you can use Chrome. One client or another broker you can use Edge. There are multiple browsers available. So use separate browsers for each broker and for each client as such. Or you can use in Chrome especially. I've seen people. I'm sure it's available in every other browser that for you can have an account created for each user in Chrome. So for say, for example, if I have to trade my account, I'll have an Chrome opened in my account, and if it is my son's account, I can open it in a different Chrome account in the Chrome browser. So there'll be no clash as such. So in one window, it'll be my account. It could be my friend's account in another Chrome browser. It could be my son's account. You can have multiple sessions or multiple accounts of Chrome itself, and then use that for different brokers or same broker but different clients. So those combinations are possible. Amibroker, if you already have, see, we are, our platform is uh, meant for people to to automate their strategies, which could be running in various charting tools. We are not a strategy provider, so to say. So there are very some popular AFLs which are available, or strategies that are available for Amibroker. We have made it available in our website itself, but those are not recommended kind of AFLs. If you want to use those AFLs after doing backtesting and finding that they are suitable for your kind of trading, you can do that. I will show you where to download some of the AFLs that are pretty popular in the market. So yeah, so see, these are some of the brokers with whom we have completed the integration, and you could use any of them for trading as such. Now we have a special offer. Earlier, we used to have an offer where if you had used Algomojo platform to open account with any of the brokers that we had done the integration with, the APIs from Algomojo used to be free of cost for life. However, due to recent changes done by the exchange and the regulators, that facility has been stopped as per the instructions, and it's not available any longer as free of cost for users. You need to take a subscription. However, we have tied with some four brokers who have agreed to extend that facility for the users. And if you use Algomojo platform to open account in any of these four brokers, you will get Algomojo APIs free of cost for life as such. Yeah, these are Allies Blue, First Stock, Fires, and Zebu. These are the four brokers. You can use Algomojo platform and open account in any of these four brokers and get lifetime free APIs. For other brokers, you need to for all users, you get a 7 days trial for you to check whether this platform of Algomojo is uh, meeting the requirement or is suitable for your kind of strategies. And once you're sure that yes, this platform is meeting your requirement, you can take the subscription. Yes, sir. You can use the Q&A box to type out any query that you would have, Mr. Prashant. Any issue or you have any query, please use the Q&A box. Okay, sorry, coming back here. So kindly use this facility to avail the APIs. Just, just one moment. Can anybody uh, confirm if you are able to view or, okay, you are able to hear my voice? You can have any number of brokers. For each broker, you will get 7 days trial. After that, you'll need to go in for a subscription as such. Yes, 1 second. There seems to be some issue in the internet. Yeah. Okay. So you can, if you open account with say any of these four, all the four brokers and want to avail the facility, you can use that. You can do that also. There's no limitation in terms of how many brokers you can choose. You can have all these accounts open using Algomojo in any of the all these four brokers, Allies, Blue, First Stock, Fires, and Zebu, and get the APIs free. Or if you're looking at the any other brokers, then uh, after the trial period, you will need to take the subscription. Yeah. Now, before moving on to the further presentation part, let's go through the platform as such. Yeah, see, we have tried and kept the automation process as simple as possible. The first step would be in the Algomojo platform, you need to define what is that you want to trade. And once you have decided what you want to trade, you can enable either live trade or paper trade and get into the automation using any of these tools like your TradingView or Amibroker as such. So before getting, let's look at the platform and see how we use the platform for automation purpose. Yeah, we so this is algomojo.com. This is our home web page. So kindly look at various services that we offer in our platform. So once you have, kindly use this facility of open an account in our website to get a lifetime free API. So once you click this open an account facility, you will be asked to update certain details. And after that, you can choose which is the broker you would like to open the account with. This is for availing free APIs from Algomojo. Otherwise, if you already have a trading and demat account, you can straight away log in by getting into algomojo.com and say login. So it will ask you which is the broker with which you want to log into. So you can select from this list and log into the broker page. Uh, Yeah, I will be using TradeGenie as an account for today's demonstration. The process is the same for all any of the brokers. All you have to do is update the client ID, password, and the TOTP. It's the same login process as to what you do with your broker. So the credentials that you need to log in is the same. So enter the client ID, enter the password, and the OTP or OTP based depending on your broker. Most of them would have got into TOTP kind of facility. So once you enter these details and say login, it'll take you to a home page. The home page or the home page and the rest of the facility is common for irrespective of the brokers. It is the same thing for any broker. It could be Zerodha, it could be Upstock, it could be done. Any of these brokers, the uh, web page would be the same. So the home page is a summary sheet where it will tell you the details of what are the funds which are available, what are the holdings, what is the value of those, how many trades or orders or positions are open, those kind of details. You will have a facility to create your own watch list here. So you can add any number of stocks using these different watch list. And you can place orders directly from here also. So you can do all activities that are related to trading from one place itself after you log in here, except for your, say, adding funds and withdrawing funds that you will need to do it, or change of password kind of thing that you will need to necessarily log into the broker account and do it from there. Otherwise, if you log into, say, Algomojo, broker account, you can do all the activities from here itself. You need not have multiple browsers open or multiple one sheet for, say, Algomojo, the other one for your broker account. Those kind of things are not required. You can use one login to do all your trading activities. Yes. See, like after you log in here, you will look at various tabs on the top right side, which the dashboard is what you're seeing. Then just gives you the details about the orders that you would have placed either manually or through APIs. all the trades that you would have taken, all the positions that you would have taken during the day, all those details will be provided here. On the left side, you have various tabs, as you can see here. The first part is the My API. This gives you details about the Algomojo provided APIs and API secret keys. So you will get the APIs along with the expiry date and how many days it is valid. Yeah, as such. See, we give 7 days trial for all users. Post that, you'll need to get into a subscription method. So the way to subscribe or renew your API is to get into any of these plans. So you have a monthly plan, half yearly plan, and a yearly plan. On a yearly basis, it works out to 600 rupees for you. It's a very, very nominal cost compared to any other cost that are involved in terms of trading. So I think we have priced it very, very competitively and tried and make it as affordable as possible for all users. It is not at all expensive. Our intention also was when we started off providing these services a couple of years back to extend maximum facility for all users at the lowest of the cost as such. That's how we had a facility for providing free APIs for all users who would have opened account using our platform. Unfortunately, due to regulatory changes, a lot of brokers have withdrawn that facility, due to which we are not able to give you lifetime free APIs, except for these four brokers. We were rather forced to change that model and then get into the subscription model with the rest of the brokers as such. So otherwise, we would have continued doing it. We have done it for the past couple of years. We would have continued to provide free of cost kind of facility, but regulation doesn't allow. So that's how we had to withdraw the stuff as such. So, but even otherwise, also, if you look at compared to any other cost, this is pretty competitively placed and pretty affordable as such to any of the traders, any of the users. Looking at the kind of value that the platform provides, I would say that it provides a great value for money for you. The kind of facilities, features that are currently available, and going forward, the kind of facilities that that are in the pipeline, it will be it's a very good model any user could look into as such for their trading requirements. Yeah, we can. You can, if you have MT4, you can do the integration also using MT4 platform. You can automate your orders. There was a query regarding that. All you have to do is get in touch with our technical team or support team. They will help you to do it, or there's a documentation. You can try and do it on your own. In case if you're not able to do it, we are there to help you out. It's a simple process as to copy paste certain things. That's it. While we go through the automation process, you will find that for automation process, you need not have to have any kind of coding or programming knowledge. All you have to do is copy paste certain things. That to only two things. One is a webhook URL and the other one is a message box content that you have to copy and paste it from our web page into your charting platform. That's it. Copy and paste those things after you set the requirements that you need to trade. It is as simple as that. We have tried to keep it as simple as that. Documentation is provided for every step as to how to use it, and it is self-explanatory. In case if there is any confusion, we are there to support you as such. And get in touch with us. Towards the end of the session, I will share the support details also. There are various methods using which you can get support for any of the facilities that you would like to use in our platform as such. So once you have the APIs from us, the next step is to get into automation. The first step, as I was mentioning, is to define what is that you want to trade. However, there are some people who are wanting to know if we provide any strategies. In this tab, you can go to the strategies tab, and you have various popular strategies that are listed here. You can download them and you can use them in your for your trading purpose as such. It could be for Amibroker strategies, or it could be trading view strategies. some of the popular ones, which a lot of people come to us for the codes, we have made it available. It is free of cost. Anybody who has got an access, or anybody can access these codes from directly from algomojo.com itself, or if you have an account after logging in also, you can get into and download these codes. It's available for everybody as such. So yeah, coming back to the platform. So but the first thing that we need to do is what we need to update in our platform what the requirement of what is that you want to trade. The process to that is go to my strategies tab here and define here using the new strategies tab what is that I want to trade. Now, when you say, let me start again. So you would always start with something called creating a new strategy in Algomojo. So click on new strategies. It will open up a tab for you and ask you to update certain requirements that which are required for trading purpose. Now, you will need to give a name, which could be any unique name. Try and keep it as relevant to your strategies as possible, because when you are using multiple strategies, running multiple automation, then you could make out from the name itself what is that you're trying to trade. So let me give a name as, say, Nifty Futures. Say Nifty Futures, second November. It can be any name. Okay. The most important thing is to select the rule. This is important. Kindly refer as to what is your strategy's requirement. Based on that, you can select the rule from the drop down and a detailed this is a small brief about what each rule does is provided as a pop-up, as you can see here. So there's a long only rule, a short only rule, long plus short, which is buy plus sell, and long plus short, buy, sell, short cover, mostly for Amibroker users. Stop and reversal can be used either in TradingView or in Amibroker or any other platform also. So we will try and see how to use these rules for a strategy like super trend to begin with. So for super trend, we'll use stop and reversal. So the segment is what you need to define that you want to trade. Say if you want for Nifty futures, we'll use the future and option as a segment. And in the trading symbol, I would say if you type in first few letters of the symbol, it will give you a drop down. You can select it from here. It could be indices, it could be stocks, any of these. So once you select the contract that you want to trade, it will ask you whether it's the NRML trade or carry forward or intraday. So based on that, you need based on your requirement, you need to select this. Price is always market. There's no limit order facility as of now. Kindly, the default is uh, market. So leave it at that. For you to see the strategies menu in the Algomojo, first you will need to log in. So there has been a query. Let me try and show that again. So go to algomojo.com and then say use the login. If you're trying to log in for the first time, say for example, say any account, say uh, Asta, it will ask you to register as a new user, where you'll need to give the client ID and the broker provided API key and the application, these details. Once you update these fields and sign in, you'll be allowed to log into Algomojo broker platform. So you will not be able to see these strategies or these tabs or the API details unless you log into your broker account. Coming back here, so price is always at market. Then you need to look at the define what is the quantity that you want to trade. Suppose you're wanting to trade, say, 100 lots. Then, as you can see, the total quantity is highlighted here. It will keep changing based on what you enter as a number of lots. So if I select say 100, it is 2,500. For Nifty, the freeze is 1,800. So we'll split the order into two. So first order will go for 1,800, and the balance order will go in the next order. So the splitting of the order is taken care by the system itself. You need not have to worry about updating this field. Suppose you're trading in say 10 lots and you need not have to update anything here. Just leave it blank. So only when the quantity is more, you will need to update. The system will automatically update the split quantity as such, and it will ask you whether you want to roll over. So if it is a futures, then it's normally monthly rollover. So it will ask you. You will need to select the next month kind of next month as the drop down. I'll leave it at don't roll over as of now. So chart symbol, leave it blank. We need not have to update it. Then you need to, in case if you are looking at target and stop loss, please update them also. By default, it is kept at none. So you can select either in terms of percentage or points. If you say points, you'll need to put in the number of points as the target. And similarly, stop loss also, you'll need to put it as points or percentage and keep it at, say, whatever is the value that you would like to keep as stop loss. Okay. Start time by default is 9:15. End time is for the system to receive any signals. That is the end time. Like say, if you keep it as say 1 o'clock, say after 1 o'clock, any new signals coming into this strategy will not be executed. So that is the end time as such. It is not the session end time. It is the end time for the signals to be processed by us. Square off time is say when do you want the intraday orders to be squared off? Whether you want to wait till the end of the day or you would like to do it earlier, you can specify that. Otherwise, the broker will do the square off intraday. Similarly, expiry, square off, when do you want to do that? So if you keep it at say 2:30, any expiry, if you kept it as rollover, at 2:30, it will close the existing portion and take the new portion. So let me leave it at blank as of now. So once these details are updated, it is a one-time activity for each trade that you want to do, each strategy that you want to automate. So you will need to submit this. In case if there are any errors, it will show you, please update those. Yeah. So if there are no errors, you'll get a message that strategy has been created successfully. So once these fields are updated, giving the details about what is that you want to trade. Here we have said that we would like to trade in Nifty futures and would like to trade 100 quantities and it is a carry forward kind of trade. Once these parameters are defined, you'll need to submit, and then once you do that, the system will provide two details. One is a webhook URL and the other one is the code to be used in the message box of TradingView. So in TradingView, there are a couple of things. You can either automate a strategy for which you need to use this kind of code. And in case if you have an indicator, you need to use the entry and exit. For each of those, the codes are provided separately. So all you need to do is just copy these and paste it in TradingView. So let us look into how do we do that. Any queries so far? Anything that you like to get a clarity as to what needs to be done as a first step in the automation process? Please use the Q&A box to raise your query. If any clarification is required, let me know. I will try and answer them. Yeah, so once you have done this, we use the back button. So whatever details that we updated just now will be listed as a strategy here. And by default, it will be in inactive mode. So you can use live trade or paper trade. As I mentioned, kindly use paper trade to test out the entire process. And then once you're uh, ready with once your paper trading is done and you feel that the system Algomojo platform is able to do the requirements for you, you can get into live trade as such. So first thing to look at how whether everything has been set properly or not, you can place order manually also from here by going into this generate signal column. You can either buy, sell, short, or cover, or square off if there is any existing position. There's a tab called Actions for you to view what is that you have set up. Suppose the trade is running and you would like to see what is that you have set. So you can use a view mode. It will not allow you to edit anything in this, but you'll get a view of what it is. If you want to copy the webhook URL and the message content, you can do that by using the view method. And there's something called clone. Suppose you want to create the same strategy for example, in Bank Nifty. You can just say clone this. The entire thing, what you did, will get cloned. So it will ask you whether you want, if you have added a watch list, it will ask you whether you want to add that watch list also for the new strategy. You can select or not select also, depending on the requirement. Sorry. So you can say clone. The exact replica of that will be provided. You can go and edit that also. Now, for example, instead of Bank Nifty, I will say Nifty. I will say Bank Nifty here. Bank Nifty futures, and I would say I want to trade, say 100 lots again here, and say I want this to be MIS. So if you want to change any of these things, do that and say, and you can change the name also here. You can say this Bank Nifty and say update. So it'll get saved. The clone facility is used for replicating the things that you have created for a strategy and use it for, say, another stock or equities or futures, whatever you'd like to trade with. Yeah. Okay. Now, from the actions, you can these are the facilities that are available. Notification is for setting up the notification in Telegram bot. It's a simple process. You can use that. The logs and reconciliation facilities are available under the actions. So from generate signal, you can place orders manually from here. Say if you say buy, then the order will get the signal will be processed and the order will get placed. To look at what has happened, you will need to again go to a tab called My Signals. It will have the details about all the signals, orders, and positions that are created for the day. As you can see, we just gave a buy signal manually. It will tell you that the order has been generated manually. And this is the IP from where it has come. And what is the status? It will show that it is completed. Yeah, sorry, there's some query. In case if you have already opened an account for and in any of the brokers apart from the four which I was discussing, you'll need to get into a subscription mode. We'll not be able to extend the lifetime free as such. So buy has been generated. You can look at the order. We had the total quantity required was 2,500. So it is split into two orders. The system will do the splitting for you and place two orders. And the portion that is running is a long portion. You can look at the orders placed strategy wise. So if there are multiple strategies running, you can all of them will be listed. If you want to look at any one particular strategy, you can come and select that. It will show the details of that strategy. This is the strategy that we have just created. So it will show you the details of that. Also, the P indicates that it's a paper trade. If it was a live trade, then this will not be there. So this is how you create place orders manually. Now, suppose you want to the live P&L will be shown during the market hours, and if you want to square off, you can do it from here itself, and or you can go to my strategies here, my strategies, and generate a sell or a cover or a square off kind of orders manually. So this is how you test for the first time to check whether what you created is meeting the requirement as such. So test it out manually first, then take up the automation process. Yeah. Let me try and square off this position from here. Always use the for doing any changes to the positions taken, always use Algomojo platform, because say if you have taken a live trade and it is running and from your mobile app you close the trade, there's no way we can know that you have closed it manually. So when the next signal comes, our system will still think that the position is open and it will try and close that position, and it could lead to complications, and it could that would not having the requirement that you would have. So in that case, if you already have taken a position and closed it either using a mobile app or from say a broker terminal kind of thing, you need to come and do that adjustment in our books as such. So you come to my signals here and using this dot like here, there's something called an adjust. You can say the quantity is 100. You can submit, it will show that the quantity is 100. Or if you close the position, you can make it 0. So that our system is updated and knows that the portion of Nifty which we had taken has become 0 now, and it will wait for the new signal to be processed. Yeah, so this is another important requirement. Always use the Algomojo platform for if you're doing any manual intervention for the positions that you already taken. Don't do it using the broker terminal or the app as such. In case if you do it also, don't forget to come and update it here. Otherwise, our system, if it is not updated, it will think that okay, this portion is still open and it will keep running. And when the next signal comes, it will try and close this portion, which is not the actual requirement. If you have funds, the portion will get reversed and you will get a negative or a short portion taken, whatever could happen. So it will create a mess. So don't do that. Always manage your positions only from the position book of Algomojo. Any doubt in that, please let me know. Okay. So once you create a strategy, it could be anything. It could be options, it could be groups, or it could be stocks. It could be equity as such. So after you define what is that you want to trade, check out with a manual trade by generating the signal buy, sell, short, cover, and see what happens. So if it is meeting the requirement, fine. Otherwise, if you want some changes to be done, go ahead and edit this by switching it off, do an edit and change whatever you want to do, whether you want to change it from a normal or you want to make it as 150 quantity, whatever changes that you want to make that and ensure that you do an update. Otherwise, the changes will not be updated automatically. You have to necessarily update whatever changes that you make. So once the change is done, you can get into the next step of automation. We'll start with the trading view. Just before that. Yeah. So as I was mentioning, it's a two-step process in terms of automation. First thing is what you define. You need to define what is that you want to trade by updating in Algomojo platform. Then do an enablement of paper trade or live trade, and then get into the process of automating in TradingView or Amibroker or any other charting platform. For today's demo, we will be using TradingView. So all you have to do is create an alert in TradingView. And for Amibroker, you'll need to also download the necessary modules and then update them in your AFL. You have to update the webhook URLs both in TradingView and also in Amibroker. Now, when it comes to integration with TradingView, we will be using a couple of strategies like super trend, RSI-based indicator, then a price action based. Like a lot of people use resistance and support levels or trend line breakouts or trend line breakdowns kind of method to place orders or automate their orders, wanting to automate their orders. So we'll look at how do we do that today in our session. In case if you have any specific indicator or strategy, uh, we will be happy to show that also. Please type out any strategy or indicator you want me to show. I will help you out in showing the process for automating that also. Sir, in terms of multiple targets and stop loss, we don't have that facility. Maybe another 6 months to 1 year is what it will take. Either you can manage it from your code itself in TradingView or in Amibroker in terms of creating multiple strategies and multiple quantities, you can do that. Otherwise, if you want it in the platform, it will take 6 to 12 months time as such. So in case you have any specific strategy or indicator, let me know, which is if it's available in TradingView, we'll have a look at it and then see how we automate that also. We'll try and see how we do it based on the price action also. So people wanting to do a trailing stop loss, there's a method of doing it in TradingView. we'll try and see how to do that. And if you would like to adapt those, you can do that also. Yeah, half trend, we'll certainly have a look at it. Yes. Yeah. Would like to see half trend with hedge option selling. When we look at yeah, say futures buying and hedging with option, yeah, we'll try and see how we do that. So for integration with TradingView using any strategy, first, this is the process to be followed. Select the symbol that you want to trade in TradingView. Mandatory requirement, you will need to have a subscription for TradingView. The free version does not support webhook URL, so you have to have a TradingView subscription. So once you have a TradingView subscription and you have the authenticated the two-factor thing for webhook URL usage, you can easily automate it. Automate either a strategy or trading or indicator uh, or price-based things also. So select the symbol that you want to trade, then select the time frame in which you want to trade, because these are things which are required for alert creation. Suppose you are trading in a 1 minute time frame, but your chart is in a say 30-minute time frame, and you create an alert on a 30-minute time frame, it will get executed only on a 30-minute kind of signal. But you wanted it in 1 minute, then the alert creation is wrong. So it is very important that you select the correct trading symbol that you want to trade, and set the time frame, whether whatever time frame that your strategy is wanting you to trade. So select the time frame. Then third step is to load the strategy. It could be half trend, it could be super trend, or any strategy that you would have. Okay, load that onto your chart. Then once you load the strategy on TradingView, against the name of that strategy, there is a the three dots. If you hover your cursor on that, it will show you more. And in using that, you choose add alert to that strategy. It will give you a name. They say add alert to say super trend, add alert to half trend, those kind of things. You can use that and click on that. Once you do that, it will open up a pop-up like this. Yeah. So for strategy automation, all you have to do is update the message and the webhook URL. The message is given by Algomojo, like what we saw, the strategy that you created. When you come below the strategy that you had saved, it will show you the webhook URL and also the message to be copy pasted. Copy that and paste it here. And once you update that message box, update the webhook URL. Okay. And then you're set for you're ready for automation as such. So let's look at how do we do it using. Yeah, sorry. Before that, let me show you the other difference also. Now, in TradingView, there are things like strategies available. There are indicators available. There are trend lines and various studies that are available. So the message box to be updated would vary based on what is that you're trying to automate. If it is a strategy, this is what you had to do. So if it is a strategy, the pop-up will look like this. Now, if it's an indicator, it's slightly different. So an indicator automation process would look something like this. Like the trading symbol selection is the first criteria. Second is the time frame that you want to trade in. Third is load the indicator that you want to trade in. Click on the more button against the name of that indicator, and it will open a pop-up which is slightly different from what we saw earlier. So for a indicator, you will have some more fields that needs to be updated. For a strategy, all you have to update was the message box and the webhook URL. However, for an indicator, you will need to have you need to update multiple other fields, like what is the condition, whether it is crossing up or crossing down, then trigger, whether you want it to be triggered at the close of the bar or once per bar, once per minute kind of thing. I would normally look at it as once per bar close, but of course, it depends on your study and requirement. So you will need to update all these fields for an indicator as such. Once you do that, you will need to again update the message box content. For indicators, you will always have to create two alerts, one for entry and one for exit. However, for strategies, you have to create just one alert. So kindly bear that in mind. If you're trying to automate an indicator, you'll need to use two of them uh, for entry and for exit. And if it is a strategy, you'll need to use only one alert. So next is you update the webhook URL. That's it. Yes. See, there are some more conditions like what we were saying. Depending on the indicator, it will show you various factors like crossing, crossing up, crossing down, greater than, less than, these kind of things. It will vary depending on the kind of indicator that you are using. Be careful as to what is the requirement recommended for that indicator. Select those accordingly and then update the other parameters. Then you need to update the trigger. Trigger is again crossing the trigger is once per bar kind of thing that we saw. So yeah, once per bar, once only, once per bar flows, once per minute. So you have to update the condition. You have to update the trigger from the drop downs which you have here and from the four things which are provided here. So kindly do these things for indicator. Okay, let's look at how do we do automation for using TradingView for a strategy to begin with. For example, this is the super trend I was talking about. So let's look at the first step, as I mentioned, is to select what is that trading symbol that you want to trade. For today's demo, we'll use Bitcoin. That market will be operating today. So we will get some live trades. So the process is the same if you are using any strategy as such. So yeah, this market is live. So first is the symbol that you want to trade. Second, what is the time frame that you want to trade, whether it is 1 minute, 15 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. As per your requirement, you select the time frame. So for demo, let's look at 1 minute. Then we'll need to load the super trend. It is already loaded. Otherwise, you will need to load the strategy. So once you load the strategy, it will show you the backtesting reports and code and all those things. It will also show you that buy sell signals as such. So our requirement is that whenever there's a buy, super trend is a strategy which is always in trade, either long or short. So long or short. So when a long is taken and a short gets triggered, the long position should get closed and a short position should be taken. So that is how the automation should be done. So for this strategy, super trend kind of strategy, which is not only super trend, it could be half trend, alpha trend, any of them, EMA crossover, any of them, where it is always in trade, either long or short. Use the rule of stop and reverse. So what it will do is whenever there's a long trigger, it will take the buy position. And when a short comes, it will close the buy position and take a short position. Long position will get closed and short position will be taken. So that is how it will work. So yes, trading with subscription is a must. Otherwise, it will not allow you to update the webhook URL. So once after selecting the trading symbol and the time frame and loading the strategy, as I was mentioning, against the name of your strategy that you're loaded that you want to automate, if you get your cursor on this place on the three dots, as you can see here, it is showing more. Click on that. It will give you options like add strategy to super trend. So click on that, select that. So this is the pop-up which comes, which needs to be updated. So it's a simple process. So once you load strategy, timeline, and the strategy, click on the add alert box and update two fields. One is the message box and the other one is the webhook URL. That is all is required to automate your orders. So let's give it a name. I'll give it a name as Nifty FUT, a future 2nd November, and delete whatever is there in this box and update this box. So what is the content to be updated? Go to Algomojo again, look at the strategy that we just created. So this is the strategy that we created for trading in Nifty futures for 2,500 quantity and on a delivery basis, on a positional basis. So go to use the view button and come down here, and for strategy use this code. The way to copy it is either click on this or use this copy button, go back to trading view here and paste it here, and update the notification webhook URL. Under the notification, you have a webhook URL field. We give you the webhook URL to be pasted there. So this is the webhook URL that needs to be pasted. Copy this from here, go back to TradingView and paste it here. So only two things to be done: message box to be updated and webhook to be updated, and say create. That's it. So once you create an alert, it will get listed here. As you can see here, this is what we just created. So it will appear here. Now it will wait for the signal to come. So before that, now it is already running a long portion. So you feel that, okay, market might still further trend up. I would like to take the portion now and automate it and allow the system to take care of it going forward. So what you can do is you go to Algomojo here and place an order from here. Don't do it from your mobile app or from the broker terminal. Come here and say, take a long portion. So I've taken a long portion here. It can be seen from this place. I've triggered a long portion again manually here. And I've entered the state and order has been placed now and the portion is running. A long portion is running. Now, whenever the reversal comes in super trend in trading view, I want this 2,500 quantity long to be closed and a short portion to be taken. That is all is the requirement. So this is how you get into a trade. Or if you want to wait for the next signal to happen, so just leave it at that. Don't take the position manually here. Allow the system to trigger. So while we wait for the short signal to come, we can look at other stuff as to how do we do it. In case if you have any queries, let me know. So far, I'll try and answer those. So simple. After loading the symbol and the time frame and the strategy, create the alert. In the alert creation, all you have to do is copy paste the message content and the webhook URL. Only two things to be copied and pasted. You need not have to get into what is the code of this, what else do I need to do in this? Nothing is required. Just copy and paste two things: message box content and the notification webhook URL. That's all. You're ready for the signals to be processed automatically. Clear? It is as simple as that. There's no other complication involved. Now, how is this linked to the strategy that you created? The important thing is let me show you. In the notification, if you come to this webhook URL, it will have the details of your APIs and the strategy code. So whenever there is a signal coming in, TradingView will know that it has to go to Algomojo. It has to send a signal to Algomojo from this webhook URL. It will know that, okay, it has to go to this place. And when it comes to Algomojo, we will know which client it is using the API key by reading the API key, which has come from TradingView, and to which strategy it is linked. As you can see here, the strategy number is 193, TC underscore 193. If you come to Algomojo, you can see that the strategy that we created is 193. So that is how this is linked to Algomojo. So you could have multiple one of them, multiple of those strategies running. For each, the webhook URL will be different. So that is how we differentiate as to which order, to which signal, what has to be executed. So it is important that you update the correct webhook URL. So by chance, say if you had updated this say as 194, say for example, instead of 193, you had put it as 194, then it will go to the wrong strategy. So whatever you would have defined there, that will get executed. So whatever you are defining under strategy number 193, that will get executed whenever we get a signal here. Yeah, I suppose that is clear. There's no issue in this. Nice. In case if you have any, if you need any details in terms of this automation, do let me know. Okay, while we are waiting for say new signal to come here. Let us look at this one. Uh, Somebody wants to know how do we take a future and also an option uh, and hedge both of them. Okay, let's see how do we do that. Okay, now so here we have created a strategy for Nifty future. I want to hedge it with a P also an option. So when a long trade comes, I want the long to be taken along with I want a long to be taken and also a PE to be taken as a hedge. Or when the short comes, the I want the futures to be closed and a short position in futures to be taken and a CE to be taken as a hedge. How do we do that? Let us look at the process for that. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let's do that for Bank Nifty as such. Now, here's something that I created for trading in Bank Nifty futures. Okay. I've said that I want to trade in Bank Nifty future. I want this to be an MIS order. I want this the market order, and then 100 lots to be traded. Now, whenever a long or a short is taken, I also want a option to be taken as hedge. Now that leg we will need to create it separately. How do we do that? Okay, let's add the hedging part as another strategy. So here we'll give a name as bank, I'll say bank Nifty hedge as the name, and the rule I'll keep it as same stop and reversal. It has to be in line with what your main strategy also. Segment I'll say it as dynamic symbols of options, then I will say I want to hedge for the Bank Nifty, and I would like to hedge it with the current month, uh, say option. So when you select this expiry, it will also indicate the date for you. So there's no confusion for you. Suppose if I say week 1, the expiry is 6th. If it is week 2, it will clearly show you what is the date it is going to consider. Okay, I'll take it as current month. Then I'll say I want it to be hedged with ATM and I want it to be hedged as an option selling. Okay. Then I will say hedge selling. I select this option as not as buying, but as hedge selling. What happens is when I say hedge selling, it will, if a long portion comes, a long signal is triggered, then it will take a portion in the long futures and it will short a CE as a hedge. So I suppose that is what you are looking at. So we define this as hedge selling. If you wanted to buy an option as a hedge, then you select hedge buying as an option. So let's look at to begin with, say hedge buying as such. And I will again say that this has to be normal. Price is always market. Then I want to hedge it with equal quantity, say 100 lots of option also. So I create this and rest of the things, I don't have any other changes. I'll say submit. Okay. Now this strategy is created. Now we have two strategies. One is the Bank Nifty future and the other one is a hedge. So whenever the signal comes, I want both these trades to be taken together. Now, how do we do that? I will go and do a grouping of these two. So how do we do a group? We come to something called my strategy groups. And under that, we create a new strategy. So I'll select the strategies that needs to be grouped. One is the Nifty futures is what I want to group along with a hedge Bank Nifty I want to group. So whenever a signal is received, I want both these orders to be taken together. Okay. Now, you also get a margin benefit when you are doing a hedging as such. So what you can, of course, when you're buying, when you're doing a selling, you'll not get any margin benefit or may not be to the same extent. So what you can do is you say that, okay, when a signal comes, I want the buy portion to be taken first. So I will say I'll give that as a priority 1. I'll say that, okay, execute this order first when the entry comes and then execute this order as second one, the long position. And for exit, it is the reverse of that. I want the futures to be exited first. So I'll give reverse the priority here and then the option part to be executed next. So I set the priority as 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So I get that margin benefit also when I'm trading. I'll give it as a name and give a name as bank is the hedge. It can be anything and say submit. The next process is the same. Instead of using the individual strategy webhook URL, you need to use the groups. That's it. Now, how do we do that? Let's go to trading view again for the same instrument. Okay. Now, we have got a sell signal in the super trend. So it would have triggered an order. As you can see here, there's an order triggered. So we had taken a long portion manually. Now that long should have got closed and the short portion should have been taken. Let's look at what has happened to that. Let's go here. Sorry for this. My signals. As you can see here, the sell order has come. It has come from a different IP. This is the trading view IP. Then the order was for sell, so it will close the existing long position and it has taken the short position, right? So now after this, if you get a long position, the short will be closed and a long will be taken. So it will keep running for you. You need not have to touch the strategy or do any other changes. It is a one-time setup that you need to do in Algomojo platform and in TradingView also. So let's just keep running for super trend that we have created here. Now let us create one more for options. So what we do is the alert creation is also pretty simple. We come here and say that, okay, um, do a clone of this. There's a clone facility in TradingView also. Once you do a clone, it will get applied for the same strategy, timeline, and the symbol also. You need to go and edit this and say that this is, I'll give it a name as BF hedge. So hedge, and the message content is the same. The webhook URL needs to be different. This has to be the webhook URL of the group that we just created. So how do we, where do we get that? We go back to Algomojo. If you go to my group strategies and I need to enable the paper trade, if you go to actions and say under view, use the group webhook URL, not the individual legs. So copy the webhook URL from the group that you just created, go back to trading view and paste it here. That's it. That is all you have to do. So say now you save it, whatever changes you have made, it gets activated. So it will wait for the next new signal to come. Now it has taken a short signal. So let me try and take the position manually for Bank Nifty. How do we do that? Again, go back here. You have activated this group. I go and do a generate a sell signal manually. So when you generate a sell signal manually, as you can see, the group signals are shown under my group signals. It will tell you that a cell has been generated manually, and the signals that are triggered are first is the hedge, that is the option has been triggered first, and then the future has been triggered. As you can see, cell of these two are provided here, and the orders that are taken are, as you can see here, these are the orders, and these are the options. As you can see here, it has it has shorted the Bank Nifty and it has taken a CE. It has hedged it with a long position or the CE as such. If you had selected hedge selling, then it would have sold the CE also. Sorry, it would have sold the PE because it was a short signal. Since we selected hedge buying, it bought a CE. If you had selected hedge selling, then it would have shorted a PEA for you. Okay, so that is how you hedge the position, create groups. It can be any number of legs. Here in this strategy, we have two legs. If you have multiple legs like iron condor or your butterflies will have multiple legs, create each of them and then group them and use the group webhook URL to generate signals. That's it. It is as simple as that. So it's important to note that when you log in every day in the morning, another important thing. You have to log into our system every day in the morning. It will not be on perpetually. You have to log in necessarily and kindly log in towards the opening of the market. say around 8:45 onwards, try and log in. The reason why we say that it should be login should be as close to opening as possible, because brokers would be doing maintenance activity in the night time, and uh, that activity might not have got completed in the early morning. So as you near the market open, the brokers would have completed their maintenance activities, and the fresh token would be generated, and any signals coming in will be processed properly. Suppose you had logged in at say 2 o'clock in the night for whatever reason, the tokens which the brokers provide will be different, and the orders will not get executed. Or even if you sometimes do it at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning, the tokens may not be refreshed for the day by the brokers. And the orders will not get executed for the signals that would come. So try and keep it as close to the market open time as possible. Otherwise, don't do it much earlier. And when you log in, all your strategies, whether group or individuals, will be by default in inactive state. You have to necessarily activate them, either for paper trade or live trade. Otherwise, the signals will get ignored if you're not activated these. Will get rejected saying that please activate live trade or paper trades. Yeah, these two are important. One, logging in as close to the market hours as possible, and second, enabling your strategies, individual strategies or group strategies for live or paper trades. So once you do those, the signals will get processed. So let us look at if there are any new signals which have come. As you can see here, the signal has been generated for buy. So you have signals generated for Nifty and for Bank Nifty also. So let's see what has happened to the trades that had been taken. As you can, let's look at the individual trade first. So earlier it was a sell, now the buy has come at 11:31. The short position would have got closed and the long position has been triggered. This is for Nifty futures. Okay, so that is how it will keep running. So let us look at what has happened to the group strategy that we were running. So as you can see, the sell was generated manually. The system sent across a buy order. This came from a different IP, as you can see here. It has been generated by TradingView, your chart, and the signal that has come is, so we had taken a manual buy entry. It will first exit the future and the option taken, and then take the new option entry and the futures entry. So now you can see that these are the orders that I got placed, and the order which has been taken is in terms of future, you have the 1,500 quantity and the hedge portion of PE of 1,500 quantity. So it will keep alternating for you, because the way the system is designed is that it is always in trade, either long or short. Yeah. So this is how you would use. So it can be any strategy. Now, for this purpose, I loaded super trend. You can use half trend. It could be EMA crossover. It could be anything. UT bot, anything. You load any strategy and create the alert in this fashion. That's it. The system uh, can process the orders for you. So once you log in, yeah. Another useful stuff is that TradingView, as you are aware, is hosted on the cloud. So you need not be sitting in front of your system. After you create the alert, it will keep running for you. So we have created 2 alerts. It will keep running till we stop it, or there's a limitation in terms of end time by depending on your subscription. And here, TradingView also, once you log in the morning, sorry, Algomojo, once you log into your broker account in Algomojo, uh, don't log out. Don't use this button of log out. Then the signals will not be processed. However, you can close the browser. You can minimize the browser, carry on with your other work. You need not have to worry about keeping the browser on, and need not have to get stuck with your system as such. You can close this also, browser also, but don't log out. So only login is required. You can minimize, close the browser, move out of your from your computer. The system will keep running. Algomojo will keep running. It will process any signals that are coming from your charting tool. Yeah, things like see. what rule to be used? As you can, yeah, it's a good question. See, when you load a strategy, you'll be able to figure out what is the kind of rule that needs to be done. Now, if it is even half trend is here, I'll just show you. It is pretty similar to, yeah, super trend. In the sense, it is always in trade. As you can see here, it is either long or short, long or short. It is always in trade. It is not that it will stop at trade, right? So it is similar to super trend in that manner. Now there are strategies like it will take a buy entry and it will sell here, and there'll be no trades for some time, and then it could give a buy again here, okay, and then it can keep going. Let me start from here. Suppose say a sell has been given, it will close the sell here, and there's no trade say till here. Here it will give a buy trade. So you have one trade here which will get closed, and there are no trades. And then you again have a long trade here, and it will keep going, and it will close here, and there's no trade further. Now, this is those kind of strategies are not always in trade. So what you need to use there is a rule called long plus short buy sell. So let me show that for you. So in the new strategies, when you select, it will show you that long plus short, buy plus sell. So what happens is when you use this buy plus sell in trading view, it will say take a long position when the buy is given, and when the sell is given, it will close the long position. It will not take the short position. Whereas if you had used this stop and reversal, then it will close the long position and take the short position. If it was CE, it will close the CE and take a PE. Whereas when you use long plus short, buy sell, it will take a CE and close the CE here. It will not take the PE. It will take the PE, for example, here, or say, for example, uh, say there was no signals at all and you get a sell here. It will take a PE here and it will close the PE here. And there's no trade for some time. That is how it will work. So study the strategy that you're going to use. Look at whether it is always in trade or not always in trade. Also for strategies which would have inbuilt trailing stop loss or trailing targets or multiple targets kind of thing. That is how this will also work. So what it will do is it will keep trailing your stops, and then when the stop is hit, it will close the position and it will wait for the new signal. So you have to use the rule buy plus long plus short buy sell. Just be careful in terms of selection of the rule, which is very, very critical for the effective running of your strategies. See, in TradingView, you don't have to worry about repainting issues as such. It is a good thing and a bad thing also in TradingView. Good thing because there's no repainting, so multiple orders will not come in. Bad thing because if you want your order to be closed at the touch of a level, it will not. It will have to necessarily wait for the candle to get closed above that price level or the uh, place where you want to exit the trade or enter the trade. So you're on a touch basis, it cannot trigger an order, either a long or short. It can trigger only after the close of the candle. Earlier to that, it will not be able to do it. So that is a limitation. However, advantage is that there's no repainting, unlike in a Amibroker. Amibroker, you will need it can trigger based on the level itself. So if you say that okay, if the price reaches 67,700, so when the candle goes there, it will trigger one order. If the price comes down and again goes up, it will trigger another order. Again, it will go up, it will trigger another order. So it will not wait for the candle to close. So it will create multiple orders of repaint by repainting, and that was not your requirement. So to help you do that, overcome that, we have a facility for in Amibroker, especially to give a delay of one for each entry and exit. So what it will do is it will wait for the candle to close, and when the candle closes and at the beginning of the next candle, if the signal is still sustaining, it will trigger the order. Otherwise, it will not trigger the order. So repainting can be overcome using the entry and exit delay of one in any broker. Yeah. Now, yeah. So let us. So we have seen what happens when uh, we are running a strategy or a for orders like this. Now let's look at how do we do based on say price action. Somebody would like to know how do we do a price action. Okay, the process is similar to what we do in terms of indicators. You have to uh, have an entry and an exit, two alerts created. For example, say if you consider that, okay, this is the support level at which I want to place an order, okay, uh, anywhere, it could be anywhere. So you're taken a, say, for example, a short position, and if the price comes to this level, you would like to close that short position and wait for the new order or new signal or the price to come above that and take a new entry. So you can define the support and uh, resistance levels and trigger the orders on that. For example, say, let's say if you consider this as to be some kind of good support, all you have to do is identify the support level, right click on that place and say add alert at that level. So the price, the fields to be updated are similar to the indicator. So when you click on the right click, you will get a facility here at whatever level. I'll show it here somewhere. Okay. Get your cursor to any place and right click and say add alert to that place. At that place, it will ask you what should be done. If the price is, if you want the long entry to be taken, if the price comes down below this level and starts moving up, and because you're considering this as a support, you want to take a long entry. So what you can say is that when the price comes to this level, okay, and it crosses up, it is gone below this level and it starts coming up, I want a long entry to be taken. That is what we are trying to say here. And we say that, okay, give the name as long entry, for example. And we will need to put the necessary code here and the webhook URL. We'll try and see how do we do that also. That is all is required. Say once you say create, you can see that this level of entry has been highlighted by a dotted line with a right pointing arrow. You can keep shifting it. So you create this once and you can keep shifting it. Yeah, it is as simple as that. When you, for example, it is around 69,320 here. If you go to this box and check what is the level, it has come down to the same level. Now, either you can type the level here itself. You can say that, okay, I want the level to be 69,500. Type it here. You will see this line also move to the 60,000, 69,500. So it is pretty dynamic. So once you have taken an entry, you can keep shifting it up or down based on the price movement as such. Okay, let me hide the strategy so that you get a better clarity. Yeah. So you are looking at the price and say that, okay, this is a strong resistance level. When the price comes here, I want the long to be closed or a short to be triggered. So you create one more, or for example, here, this is a resistance level. So I'll create one more for exit. So I'll say that add alert on at this place. When the price is, I want a short to be triggered when the price goes above that level and starts coming down. So I will say that, okay, this is level once, and this I'll say it as long. Instead of entry, I'll give it as long exit. And if you want the long to be closed and short to be taken, you can do that also by creating defining that in the strategy itself. So you create long entry, you have created long exit, you also you're creating. Okay. And you also want when the exit is coming in, you want the PE to be taken, long to be closed and the short to be taken. Right? So that is how you want it to work based on the price. So you create two levels, one for entry and one for exit. Link it with the Algomojo strategy. So let us see how do we do that. Okay. Come to Algomojo here. Sorry. And I will create a new strategy. I'll create a new strategy, and then I'll say I'll keep this as price action, and I'll select the rule as stop and reverse, and segment as say options, and I want to trade in Nifty, and expiry I want to trade the monthly expiry, which is 28th November. Then I want to take ATM, and I want to buy the option. I want to buy one lot. Uh, if there are any other parameters that you would like to fiddle with, please do that. Once you do this, say do a submission, and if you come down, you will see this code. The code to be used for price based or indicator based is this. Yeah, for entry and exit, use these things. Okay. Now let us look at where's the price. What is the price action doing? Okay, it is still coming down. So let us say we will take an entry if the price comes down to a certain level and start moving above that. So I want a buy to be triggered. So what I'll do is I'll copy this, go back to my trading view, and for long entry, I go here and update this as buy. And in terms of notification, I need to change the webhook URL. I go here again and copy this webhook URL and update it here. Right. So here, once you save that, what happens is I want when the price comes down to a certain level, say for example, if if you feel that okay, if the price comes below this and starts moving up, it has taken support. I want to take a long entry, is what we have defined here. So as you can see here, I want to take an entry if the price moves above 69,000, say 558 kind of levels. So the price it will not take an entry when the price is coming down, because we have said it has to be crossing up. We don't know whether it will start going further down. So we want to ensure that this is a support and the price to go below this and starts coming up. So that is my requirement of support as such. So when it starts moving up only, I want a long entry to be taken. That is why I have chosen the condition as price crossing up this level. I want to take a buy entry, right? Okay. Now I save this. Now, after the entry is defined, the exit will also need to be defined with a similar thing. When the price starts going up and starts coming down, I want the entry to be taken. So here, what we do is we will use the same webhook URL because it is linked to the same strategy. Paste the same 196 is the webhook URL. And in terms of setting the message, you will need to copy the cell as such. We come here and update it here. So instead of buy, we are saying we want to exit the long portion and take a sell portion. So what it will do is once you have updated these two, so here you have an entry. If the price comes below this and starts moving up, I want the entry to be taken. And if the price goes up and starts coming down, I want the long to be closed and CE to be taken. That is what is our requirement. So that is how you create price-based or indicator-based entry and exits. Hope that is clear. If there's any confusion, any more details required, do let me know. I can go through it again. Yeah. So let me move uh, this level and keep it at let's say if the price comes up to 69,640 level. I've pushed it to this level. Let's see if the price starts moving up this level, if we get a trigger of the long as such. Let's see. It's still going down. So I want the entry to be taken when the price starts moving up a certain level, certain price level. So the facility provided by TradingView is very good. So these are one-time setup that you need to do. Once you do this, it can keep running for you. You need not have to keep looking at it. Unless you want to make some changes, you need to edit it. Otherwise, you may not have to interfere with whatever you're trying to do. Yeah. Um, any other queries? Any other things that you would like to see? Kindly let me know. So while we are waiting for, important, after you create this, you have to come and enable this for paper trade. So we have, as I was mentioning, it'll always be in inactive state as soon as you create. So you need to enable paper trade for it to get you. Okay. So let us wait for to see how the entry can happen. In case you would like to see anything else, yeah, here in this case, what happens is, in case if you want to take an entry based, if it crosses a previous candle high, you have to manually move this level. Yeah, either up or down, wherever you want it to be triggered. For example, if you want the price to be triggered above this candle's high, okay, you have to manually move this. However, if you want to automate that, you have to write a separate fine script code. It will automatically scan, and then whenever your conditions are met, um, it could be one condition, multiple conditions based on what your requirement is. It can trigger the order for you. You need not have to keep moving these levels manually. There are programs which can be written, and those can trigger orders for yourself. Like previous candle high, you want the volume to be 2x of the average of the past 20 candles. All those things can be done. Now, as you can see here, the price is moving up. It has crossed, and the entry has been triggered. Yeah, as you can see here, the buy has been triggered. Okay, so you can look at what has happened to the order. Price based action 196. Let us see the figures there. Buy has come and a CE has been taken, and the position is running. Yeah, Nifty 24 300 CE, that is the money which we wanted to trigger. It's down. Now, the as soon as the entry is taken, this alert gets paused as such. Now, if you want to reactivate it, you can do it also. Okay, and if you want to trail it after an entry has been taken, so you can use this level and say if you have taken an entry and if you feel that okay, the price is not going to go up, if the price starts coming down this level, I want the CE to be closed and PE to be taken. You move this level below this. Then if the price starts coming down, it'll trigger a sell order. Let's try and keep it here and wait and see what the price does. And let's see how if we get an opportunity to uh, for the price to go up and starts coming down. So let's try and keep it as close as possible. If it goes above this level and starts coming down, I want this CE to be closed and PE to be taken. That's how it has been. That is how it will work now. So these are one-time creations. You just need to create two alerts and then keep using them based on where you want the entry and exit to be taken based on the price levels. Now, a lot of people use trend lines. How do you use a trend line? For example, you draw a trend line, say, draw a trend line, something like this. And if you want the entry to be taken, if the price is crossing above, or if you want the entry to be taken, if the price is crossing below like this, the process is the same. Okay. So once you draw these lines, right click on that line and it will give you an option to add an alert. So here if we want to take a long entry, if the price breaks out above, we say that, okay, price breaking up or crossing up the trend line. I want, and if it closes, bar closes above the trend line, then only it has to be triggered. And I give this, update this with say buy. Instead of sell, I'll say I want a long to be triggered. I'll change this to say buy. That's it. So it will create one more order for you, one more alert for you. And so if the price moves above this level, it will trigger a long for you. Or if you want this, if the trend line is going, if the price is breaking this trend line, you want the CE to be closed and PE to be taken, you just right click on the trend line that you drawn and say that, okay, I want the sell to happen after the bar closes and price closing down. The good thing about TradingView is that it will always retain the last webhook URL for anything that you create. So 196 is what we have created. So it has taken a CE. If it breaks down below this, it will close the CE and take a PE kind of thing. So you can use price action based, trendline based, any kind of study that you have, as long as you have a facility to add alert to those studies, you can create and automate those. Any, I suppose this is clear as to how to do it based on the price action. Similarly, if you want an indicator, select the indicator that you want to trade after selecting the stock and the time frame. Say if it is say RSI, stochastic RSI. Load your study here, load your strategy indicator here. Go to stochastic and click on this more button. It will give you a facility to add alert. It is same like alert creation, either crossing up or crossing down. Suppose the RSI is here at the oversold kind of level. So if it starts coming down, you want to take a sell portion to be done. Then you say that, okay, crossing down a certain level of, currently it's at 92, I'll say 75 or 70 for that matter. And I want to create, so as you can see here, the level is defined here. So in this, you have to message box, add sell as a message, and it will be linked to the webhook URL that you have created. Whenever the RSI starts coming down, yeah, coming down this level, it will trigger it. It will close the CE if you have taken. In this case, we have linked it to the same strategy. So entry we have taken based on the price action, and if you want the exit to happen using the indicator RSI kind of thing, you can define the exit, create an alert for exit using the indicator as such. So entry can be based on a certain study and exit can be on another study. However, if you want to combine multiple studies, then you have to get them coded separately. Here, any queries? Fine. Sir, you move this level to the previous candle high, like the alert line that we have drawn, okay, to whichever level that you want to do, create it at that level. Suppose you want the entry to be taken at the high of this previous candle or this candle, for example. You move the level to that level for the entry of buy or sell as such. If you want it to be automated, then you have to get it coded. It is not only break, it has the candle will close only then it will get triggered. Sometimes what we have seen is that, say, for example, the level is here in the trend line also, it will go up and come down. It will not close above that level. Then it will not trigger because the alert condition that we are setting is after the close of the candle. Suppose if you say that the trigger of the candle, it might trigger. No, you need not have to group them. Entry you have done here, say for example, price base, we gave a buy, and using the same webhook URL, say I want to exit happening using RSI, you will come and create a sell alert here, like what I did here. I gave a sell alert. I can give a sell alert here. So we have bought here, and we have linked this entry for to this entry to exit to happen using RSI using the same webhook URL. So our study will when the signal sell signal comes to Algomojo, we will know that okay, this is coming for a sell for this particular strategy, and we'll close it. So you do not have to create a group. Group creation is for if you're taking multiple entries, say you want to buy one CE and also hedge it with a out of the money PE or something like that, or a future with a hedge option buying or a hedge option selling kind of thing, then you have to use grouping as such. But entry based on one indicator or price and exit based on another indicator, you link it using the same webhook URLs. So for price entry, you give buy, and for exit using RSI, you give sell as a message content. That's it. Hope that's clear. Groups are meant for taking multiple legs. Here we are not taking multiple legs. We are just taking one entry and exit. That's it. So it is say we have taken CE, and when the sell comes, we want to close the CE and take a PE. So you're not creating multiple legs. You're just creating one leg, either CE leg or PE leg. Yeah. Suppose good question. How to automate? Say suppose you have something like super trend, and to this you want to let me remove all the studies. Okay. Say, for example, you have a strategy like super trend. You would like to run it on say multiple stocks. Okay. For each stock, you have to create an alert. Now, for example, here, suppose you want to do it for say Reliance. You come and create an alert for Reliance. Next, you want to say HDFC Bank. Third one, you want to say you want ICICI Bank. Fourth one, you want to say any other. All that for each of the stocks, unlike Amibroker, in TradingView, you have to create alert for each of the stocks separately. For Reliance, you have to create once. For HDFC, for example, second stock, you have to create one more. Yes Bank, third one. ICICI, fourth one. All that you have to keep creating for each of the stocks that you want to trade using one single strategy. Now, the process is very similar to what we did for single Nifty futures like here. However, the difference comes in that one alert creation process is the same. In the message content, yeah, so when you're adding an alert here in the message box, suppose you opened Reliance. Okay, this is Reliance chart. Okay, you want a buy or sell entry to be taken for Reliance. The code to be used here is slightly different compared to the Nifty that we just created. Let me show you with a new strategy. For example, you want to trade, say, super trend for on say three stocks. I'll say that okay, super trend stocks. A rule I'll say both long and short, and I'll say equities and trading symbol. For example, I'll give it a Reliance. And order type, since we are using short also, we have to necessarily use MIS because short is not allowed for equities for carry forward. So I'll say minus. The rest of the things is the same. Say, for example, I'll keep it as one for to begin for creation of the strategy as one quantity, and I do a submit. After I do the submit, you have strategy with symbol code to be used, not this code, but strategy with symbol code, because you will have say 4 5 stocks. One is Reliance, Yes Bank, HDFC, ICICI. So for each of those, you have created a separate alert, and TradingView will send the symbol also for trading, placing the order. So you have to use this symbol, this content. Yeah, for example, let me copy this, go to TradingView and paste this here. And in terms of the book URL, this is strategy. So once you save this, the strategy number is 197. Yeah, I'm changing this to 197. Now, I have to mention in TradingView what is the symbol to be sent. Okay. And second thing is in Algomojo also, I need to say what is that I want to trade. So here I have to create a watch list. So after we created this super trend stock strategy, I come here and say add watch list. In this, there are some things to be filled, like for example, chart symbol, trading symbol, and the quantity. So here I'll say chart symbol as 1 and trading symbol as say Reliance. I'll select it from the, we'll need to select from the drop down, I'll say 10 quantity and add it. Next symbol I want is say, give the numbers 2. I'll tell you why I'm selecting a running number. Here I want ICICI Bank. Say I'll need 5 quantity. Third one I'll say HDFC Bank. So sorry, keep it as 3, and from here you take it as HDFC. And here this I'll say is some 25. Here I given chart symbols as 1, 2, 3, and in important point to be noted here is that the chart symbol will need to be updated in TradingView, and TradingView will send across to Algomojo the symbol that you have updated under this ticker to Algomojo. Say, for example, if I want to send a trade in Reliance alert that I was creating, so I want Reliance to be as the equity symbol to be sent from TradingView for placing orders in 10 quantity. The chart symbol to be used here is instead of in this ticker, I'll give it as 1. In the in between inverted commas, you have to give this uh, symbol. So when I say 1 and created it, no, TradingView will send the symbol as 1, which we will know from here that the symbol number 1 is pertaining to Reliance. Now, if it sends, suppose say I create this. Next, I open as say for example ICICI Bank, and I'm adding an alert here. Here the ticker number is for ICICI Bank that I given is 2. Okay. Otherwise, if you give a name as ICICI Bank, you have to enter the same thing here. To make it simple, give the chart number, which is much easier to operate. So if you give a running number, it becomes easier to update in TradingView. So that is the reason why I say that, okay, keep it simple when you're doing it from TradingView. Okay. So I give this as ICICI, and I create one more alert. So you have one alert which was created for Reliance, did not give a name, which is chart symbol as 1, save this. Then for ICICI, I given chart symbol as 2. So that way you have to create all alerts for each of the stocks and have the trading symbol map in the watch list. So if you give the next one as HDFC, give the symbol here in the trading view symbol as 3, so that when the signal comes from trading view, it will send the signal chart symbol as 3, and we know it pertains to HDFC Bank, and you have to buy 25 quantity or sell 25 quantity. So that is how you set the process for trading in stocks as such. It's a slightly uh, laborious process when you are using strategy for trading using trading view, because the limitation is of trading view is that you have to create alert for each of those symbols as such. Will run or in all the stocks without opening all the chart, right? Yeah, correct. Once you create the alert, you need not have to have the chart open. Yeah, now we had created for Reliance. Now we are in, say, ICICI Bank. I've saved this. Okay, so you have Reliance and ICICI Bank. Now I'm looking at, say, Nifty for something else. However, it will keep running in the background of TradingView. And when the condition is met for ICICI or Reliance, the orders will get triggered. You need not have to have those charts open for all the stocks that you create. It could be any number. It could be 15, 20, 30, 40, whatever is the number. You need not have to have all the charts open, but alert creation is important. Hope that clarifies. So for trading in multiple stocks, you have to add them to your stock list. Yeah. Suppose if it is many and you want to vary the quantity every day, you can use this download facility. For example, you can download this format, and here you can use this CSV file, update all the stocks with the symbol and those kind of things here, and then upload them. Save it and say upload. It will ask you from where should I upload it. After you have updated the list, it will get added to the strategy that you have created. So if there are multiple stocks and the quantities you want to vary every day, depending on the capital employed and the stocks that you are wanting to trade, you can keep varying the uh, list as such. Suppose you want to delete the entire thing, all you have to do is go here and delete all. It will delete all the stocks that was under the watch list, and you can do a fresh upload as such. Right. Yeah. Now, there's something we have a strategy store on request by many people to run the popular strategies. It is not a recommendation, or it is not a suggested, it is not a paid kind of offering, but it is made available in case if anybody wants to use them. You can select these strategies from our web store, from our strategy store, and there are three popular strategies which are available for people to trade: super trend, half trend, and alpha trend. And the instruments that you can trade are Nifty and Bank Nifty, and time frame that are available for you to trade is 1 minute, 5 minute, and 15 minute. However, you will need to do all the back tests. We don't give any back guarantee in terms of guarantee or assurance in terms of profitability of these strategies or performance of these strategies. These are all popular strategies which are being made available in our platform. That's it. We don't charge anything for any of the users. It is available for you to deploy. Default setting is for positional trades and ATM strikes. You can do a paper trade and live trade. Yeah, coming to Algomojo support, our team is available for you to assist you in any kind of situations from on all trading days from 9 to 5, and on Saturdays from 10 to 5. You can contact us using WhatsApp number, or you can call our team, or you can raise a ticket or you can send an email to us. We'll be getting in touch with you. In case if you have any queries, kindly let me know. Yeah, my name is Lokesh, a part of Algomojo team. Uh, in case if you want any further details, if you will need any coding assistance, do send me an email. We have a very nice blog. Kindly have a look at it. Our website is algomojo.com. Feel free to get in touch with us for any of your trading requirements. We'll be happy to assist you. Yeah, you can send an email to me with your requirement. We will check for the feasibility and revert in terms of the cost and timelines. We take up coding assistance for both TradingView and for Amibroker assets. Yes. Costing will be known based on the requirement assets. So upfront, we don't have any fixed cost kind of thing. It varies depending on the customer's requirement. Kindly send us an email. We will check and let you know. So, fine. If there are no other queries, we can conclude the session. Thank you. Thanks a lot for attending this session. Do get in touch with us for any support. Have a nice weekend. Yeah, one. Yes, this is the support contact details. Okay, thanks. Thanks for attending the session. Uh, have a nice weekend. Goodbye.